Hello everyone! Let's take a closer look at this seemingly simple concept called vision and explore what it takes to increase your visionary capacity. Here's a question that has intrigued me for a long time. Vision is always named as a crucial leadership factor, but very few leaders seem capable of making vision really work for them. Why is that? Why is vision made so much of in leadership and strategy literature, but practiced so little in real life? It got me to dig into the so-called vision thing, a phrase made popular by George Bush Sr., who dismissed a friend's advice to create a long view with his famous words, "Oh no, you mean the vision thing?" What I found is that vision isn't the domain of a select few leaders. Anyone can grow their visionary capacity by working on these 4 areas. First, you obviously need some inspiring ideas. Without them, you won't get very far in the vision department. Second, you must master some powerful practices to continuously develop your visionary swing. Third, you need to adopt the right mindset to make this work. And last, you need to ignite your followers through compelling verbal communication. In this video, I want to dive into the first 2. Let's start some 2,500 years ago, when the Greek philosopher Aristotle described what it takes to create followership. The leader persuades and appeals to followers through 3 classical dimensions: logos, ethos, and pathos, he said. Logos is all about making sense. People must get it. Your vision needs to give direction so that your followers can make the right choices. But that's not enough. A vision needs to emotionally engage. Followers need to feel something. This is the pathos dimension. A powerful vision gives energy because it intrigues by its unconventionality or because it touches on a deeper meaning, a noble cause. Ideally, it does both. Last, the element of ethos is critical. The speaker's character, the values radiated, the behaviors displayed, must all be in line with the vision as it is communicated. Followers look for your integrity and your credibility. So, how do you go about growing your visionary capacity? Well, there are 2 key growth dimensions. Your ability to see things early, spotting the first cracks on the horizon, and your ability to connect the dots, creating a coherent, bigger picture. Leaders weak on both dimensions are what we call followers. Sometimes it's okay to be a follower, but don't expect to unleash energy this way. Those scoring high on seeing things early and low on connecting the dots are what we call trend hoppers. They're very forward-oriented and inspiring for a while, but followers grow tired of the flavor of the monthism, and they lack coherence in their thinking. The ones who excel at coherence and logic, but are oriented towards the past, are what we call historians. They're very good at explaining why it is that we are where we are today, but they can't point us to where we are going. Historians tend to be the cynics in an organization, those really helpful people who can tell you exactly why your great idea is not going to work. So obviously we aim for the top right, the visionary leader who is both actively looking to see things early and capable of turning that into a coherent, bigger picture. Let's look at some leadership practices you can work on to grow these capabilities. To start seeing things early, you need to adopt what I call future priming. Essentially, this is an easy to integrate leadership practice to help you productively challenge the conventional future, without falling overboard into the absurd. As you prime your mind to look for unconventional changes, you start noticing early warning signals. What do you do with these signals once you detect them? That is where connecting the dots comes into play. You need to create a coherent story that pulls them together and provides direction for the future. But as Steve Jobs famously said, you cannot connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect them looking backwards. The only way to do that responsibly is to anticipate multiple futures and not become dogmatic over the one you desire. As a practice, future techniques such as scenario planning can be used to become better prepared as the real future unfolds. For the complete story on these topics and practices, as well as the mindset, behaviors and methods of communication, I need to refer you to my book. But I would like to close by explaining why these ideas and practices are strategically vital for your powerful visionary leadership. And I like to use the theory of the car crash for that. In a car crash, there are two important moments. The first is the point of surprise, when you consciously realize the future is different than what you had expected. The second moment is the point of no return. That's when you are too late. The future unfolds no matter what you do. The time between both points is when you can act. Growing your visionary capacity is about pulling your point of surprise forward, by seeing and understanding change before others do. This way you are creating a distinctive strategic advantage for yourself. That's what visionaries do, and so can you now.